This is News Update announcing TV Africa. The headlines. SSANU NASU begins nationwide strike, shut down universities. On matters on security, gunmen abduct 87 in Kajuru village, Kaduna State. And outside Nigeria, UK rejects Russia's presidential election results. Good day and welcome to the news announcing TV Africa, reaching you live from Abuja. I am Messi Babajide. Now, the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities and the Non-Academic Staff Union have commenced a nationwide strike in protest against what they perceive as unfair treatment and disparities in salary payments by the federal government. Expressing their grievances, SSANU President Muhammad Ibrahim lamented the lack of government outreach to address the concerns of non-academic unions. Despite some unofficial assurances, Ibrahim emphasized the need for concrete actions to resolve the ongoing disputes. Now, stating perceived inconsistencies within the government, Ibrahim expressed frustration over delayed payment of 2022 arrears, despite purported instructions from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He raised concerns about potential sabotage within the government, questioning the lack of full compliance by some officials. And now, the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, has charged Chairman of State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEBs, on the implementation of effective school programs. The Executive Secretary of UBEC, Dr. Hamid Boboye, while declaring opening SUBEBs meeting on the effective school programs in Abuja, said that implementation of the ESP would lead to investment in improvement of learning conditions and processes to produce basic education graduates with effective life skills. Boboyi noted that equipping students with skills would enable them to effectively participate and compete favorably in the 21st century knowledgeable economy. Now stressing that under the ESP, the desire of the Commission is to support SUBEBs towards implementing the minimum standards in all schools previously designated as UBEC learning centers.
Delivers. And I think it's part of the effort that started about 2 years ago, where we felt that we needed a system, at least our SUBEBs. We don't run any school here in UBEC, but at the same time now we are dealing with our chairman at the state level. How do we re-engineer our school system? We started first with the smart schools. You know, these are the schools that are in each and every state capital or in every state that is based on more modern approaches in terms of digital pedagogies, you know, utilization of tablets and so on and so forth. But at the same time now, what do we do with the other schools that are already functioning? And the purpose here is to make sure that those schools that we have are also being upgraded systematically over a period of time to be able now to function as schools that are effective, that can deliver, isn't it, you know, at all levels of teaching and learning. So that's what brought the idea of the Effective Schools program. But the next stage that we had of the evolution of that particular system is where we merge the e-learning centers with the Effective Schools program, so that they become, you know, one entity. Every school that is effective must also have a digital education component.
And now to matters of security. In a disturbing incident, terrorists launched a fresh attack on Kajuru Station community in Kaduna State, resulting in the abduction of 87 individuals on Sunday night. Haris Sudari, a member of the Kajuru Station youth, confirmed the attack, noting that the assailants raided the village around 10 p.m., looting shops and stealing food items and valuables. Now, this abduction follows closely on the heels of another incident just 2 days prior, where 15 women and a man were kidnapped in the Dongon Noma community area within the same local government area. The surge in kidnapping incidents in Kajuru and Chikun local governments over the past 2 weeks has heightened tensions in the state, raising concerns about the security and safety in the affected areas. So far, no communication has been established within the 87 abducted locals, and the State Police Public Relations Officer, ASP Mansour Hassan, is yet to respond as of the time of filing of this report. And now we move over to where the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Bosun Tijani, has unveiled plans for global collaboration aimed at boosting the protection of undersea cables, vital components of the digital infrastructure. Tijani made the announcement via the social media platform X on Sunday, highlighting the urgency of addressing recent undersea cable disruptions affecting countries such as Ghana, Togo, and Senegal. Recognizing the critical role these cables play in the digital economy, Tijani emphasized the need to review international laws and foster partnerships with regional and global bodies to accelerate efforts to safeguard this vital infrastructure. Now assuring affected parties of swift resolution, Tijani affirmed that the Nigerian Communications Commission is actively engaged with relevant stakeholders to address the current disruptions. You're still watching News Update on Austin TV Africa. We will return with more stories after the short break. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. And now let's start proper with power sector news, where the Nigerian government has initiated a groundbreaking 40 billion naira mass metering project aimed at ending the practice of estimated billings in Nigerian army formations nationwide. Bolaji Tunji, Special Advisor on Strategic Communication and Media Relations to the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, revealed this in a statement on Sunday, emphasizing the government's commitment to revolutionizing the power sector. Now, during the flag-off ceremony of the metering exercise at the headquarters of the 9th Brigade of the Nigerian Army in Ikeja Military Cantonment, Mr. Adelabu underscored the significance of the initiative. He outlined that the mass metering project will be implemented in phases, with Ikeja Cantonment marking the commencement of the first phase scheduled to last for 6 weeks before proceeding to subsequent phases. Mr. Adelabu highlighted the allocation of 12.7 billion naira for the current phase of the project, out of the total 40 billion naira budgeted for mass metering across army formations nationwide. He emphasized that the primary objective is to ensure accurate billing and facilitate efficient energy consumption monitoring, ultimately eliminating estimated billings and enhancing revenue collection within the power sector. And let's move to news outside Nigeria. British Foreign Minister David Cameron has condemned the outcome of the Russian elections, denouncing it as a manifestation of the pervasive repression under President Vladimir Putin's regime. Now, despite the Kremlin's celebration of Putin's landslide victory for a fifth term as a testament to popular support, Cameron dismissed the election results as undemocratic. He highlighted the suppression of opposition voices and media control under Putin's leadership, while asserting that the electoral process lacked fairness and transparency. In a statement, Cameron highlighted that stark reality of repression in Russia, particularly in the context of Putin's actions in Ukraine. He criticized Putin's tactics of eliminating political opponents and manipulating the media to consolidate power, asserting that such practices undermine the principles of democracy. And that's a wrap on the news at this hour. But before we go, here's a recap of our top stories. SSANU NASIL begin nationwide strike, shut down universities. And matters on security, gunmen abduct 87 in Kajuru village, Kaduna State. Outside Nigeria, UK rejects Russia's presidential election results. Now, do not forget to follow us across our social media platforms at Austin TV Africa. I am Messi Babajide. Do have a splendid day.